And last but not least, on this first official episode, we did the intro and everything, but this is the first official episode where we actually gonna went over a couple of ideas and concepts about more introduction, but still having some key points to start on before we really start digging into certain specifics of it. I really wanted to address a lot of the opening talking points of the Snyder Cut and the Snyder Cut fandom. And this part is for the fact that it's gonna be released. I want to just touch on this before we leave today. It's an exciting thing to see that fan support can actually drive studio executives to listen and make a decision on this. Look at the situation with Paramount and Sonic. Everybody's excited about Sonic because they listen to the fans. Well, which fans, you know? And guess what? These fans are being listened to. It's going to a smaller platform. Cool. Now I understand it doesn't interfere with what's going on with what you guys are doing, but I can understand the express concerns because if this is successful now, they may change the whole DCEU film universe moving forward back to what Snyder started. Now, here goes my argument for anti-Snyder Cut people, because that's what you're fans of. But if you're fans of the DC thing as well, let's say Snyder Cut works, everybody else likes it, it makes people love it, and they want to change course correct the actual film DCEU universe. Which fans are they listening to now? Are you more a fan because you feel you got your finger on the pulse of these characters better than anyone else? Like Superman. To me, the first Man of Steel was the epitome of hope because the stakes were so high. That the fact that the choices he made shows that there was a lot of hope in him. Jonathan Kent. I don't like Jonathan Kent. Superman let his father die. And I'm gonna get into that deeper, but how fast was he supposed to go to carry a 52-year-old man within the blink of an eye to save him? Moving at that speed. There's a reason why Superman can't move at that speed. He's a fucking alien. He could not have saved his father without people knowing, because there was no way he was supposed to move that fast, grabbing his father. That means he has to go grab him and move. That means you're gonna at that speed, you're jerking him. You would have broke your father's neck trying to save him that kind of way. That's bullshit. But the only way that would have worked is if in a cartoon. A cartoon. Snyder said is he wasn't playing with this DCE universe. He was gonna give you some real badasses where shit can go down, the stakes are heavy, people can die and will. Because that's the world we live in. And he wanted to do basically a character piece on seeing legit gods from the comics living in the world today as we know it. And look at the world that we're living in today. Look out. Look what's going on in the world. Look. Look at how we're responding to a virus. Look at how we're responding to video clips of people of what's going on, watching people dying on camera. These people were on both sides of that. As weird as that might sound in the video, but I don't want the focus to be on that. There are people having different types of perspectives on stuff. A superhero existing in this world today opens up fundamental issues, because who is if he's interfering in saving people would have to be him interfering in foreign relationships, which makes things way more complex. And that was the reason why they introduced a politician into BVS. They were dealing with a lot of very large complex themes, because the world deals with things on a very complex level. It's just not black and white like that. If you live in Kansas and you stop the US from bombing someplace in the Middle East, now is he pro-life or anti the US where he's from? Because him intervening could look like he's helping against the country that he lives in and he's from. You see how that works? It's not that easy. You wanted a cartoon. That's what it seemed, very simplistic, and I get it. That's not what they were trying to deal with. They wanted to really deal with the dramas of life and the politics of life and the complexities of if these guys were to actually exist, how would we react to it? And in the real world, you're not going to say, well, you guys should just save us. Who said so? So says the puny human that can't do what they do. And let's say they do what you do, then what you feel like they should do, just save everyone. It could be at the interference of foreign policies of the country that he's actually from. Complexities. And that's what they were trying to deal with. And I thought it was very thought-provoking, very intriguing. And I get it. If it was too much story for you guys, I understand it. Maybe you didn't like the execution. I can understand that. But some people did and got it. And it's coming. You guys are going to watch it. Many of you will hate watch it. I feel like if everyone, the average person likes it and it gets all the views in the world, I feel like all these YouTubers are going to bow down. Not because that they really want to bow down. It's because they're going to do it for clicks and views. And even if it was horrible, but everybody likes it, you guys, I feel, will bow down because everyone likes it and that's the wave. And there's something to be said about waves. We're doing a lot of group thinking. And especially when it came to Zack Snyder. And that was one of the biggest issues for me. Because I've seen it part of a larger issue of groupthink. All you need is a bunch of people to say the same thing and everybody go with it. Jay used to say a long time ago, man, once you tag lane, the gamers follow the leader. You feel it? And that's what it seems to be. But I'm excited for the Snyder Cut coming.